Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. As always, my name is Shogun Shin and you are the audience, and it is Friday. We have once again made it to the end of another week and we are back in Umamusume Pretty Derby, aka Game of the Year 2025, which is exciting. But the Champions Meeting Libra Cup has begun officially today. It is a long course for 3,000 meters on Kyoto turf, which means it's a very long race. So stamina is the name of the game for this race. I have made some aces, and we shall see what happens. This is day one. The goal is to win 3 out of 5 races. We need to win 3 races. Yeah, 3 out of 5 races. I was gonna say something else, but no, 3 out of 5 races. We have 4 attempts. We have 4 attempts to do this. So that is the game plan for today. This will be going on for the next few days, so that will be exciting. But yeah, so we're gonna do this first for today, and then we will jump back into more Veilguard afterwards. But we're gonna take care of this first things first. Okay, let's do this. So, for our aces, for our game plan for this Champions Meet, we are going the end closing route. We have a couple options in the form of Mayano Top Gun Wedding, Gold Ship, and Summer Special Week. Those are what we're rolling with. We have a couple options, so we're gonna run the combinations, see what works, see what doesn't. Mayano Top Gun is gonna be the only one that's not an end closer, and it's just simply because I couldn't get any good end closing skills on my Mayano Top Gun, and I always kept getting late S. So I'm like, F it, we might as well just run this and we'll just kind of deal with it. So that's kind of where I was at. We'll see how it goes. I think this Finals Champion one, this Finals Champion one also is like an end closer one, but it's fine. But yeah, so we have some options, but let's put some in and we'll just kind of see where we go. So as far as gold ships, these two. Really starts really good. Just turf S, slipstream. Let's go this gold ship first. And then I think this is our best Mayano Top Gun. Okay. So yeah, we have 2 end closers, 1 late surgery. Optimally, I was actually gonna go for 3 end closers. That didn't happen, but it's fine. It's fine. End closing, late surging, it's the same difference, or at least it'll be good enough. I think overall, we'll see. But this is attempt 1, day 1. Once again, the goal is to get 3 out of 5 wins. So can we just knock this out and not have to worry about it? We'll see. We'll definitely see. Oh, that's an S rank goal. That's not good. 3rd favorite though. I'll take 3rd favorite. 9th favorite. Rough. I don't lie. That's rough. Sick. Yeah. Everyone's gonna be running end closing and late surging. So this will be really interesting to see how it'll be interesting to see how we perform, especially when everyone else is doing the exact same strategy. Because this is a long race, front running and pace chasing are like the races that you don't want to typically do, just because of it's a big stamina burden. So that is what's gonna happen. We do have a front runner though for Saiyan Sky, so that's interesting. I will say that. Okay. Mayano Top Gun holding on in 2nd place currently as far as the leader of the pack itself, with Saiyan Sky up all the way at the front. Really interesting. It's an interesting start to see where we're at. Currently Special Week and Gold Ship in ninth and 7th place in the back. Again, it will be really interesting to see if any of our runners are going to be able to break out of the pack and able to catch up to the front, as well as be able to overpower everyone else, because once we get to the last stretch, it's gas. Everyone will be firing on all cylinders when we get to the end, and that's kind of the name of the game. So we'll see how this works. I think my auto Top Gun has a late surger, currently in 3rd place, serves as a pretty decent. She's ahead for the most part, so hopefully she doesn't get swallowed. And I think that's my biggest fear. But we're just gonna have to see. That Saiyan Sky currently all the way out in front, so that's interesting. I'm also kind of wondering what the front running strategy that this other team is implementing is. With Saiyan Sky out in the front, is that I assume it's like because everyone else is running end closer, it's like they're not gonna be able to catch up. So in theory, Saiyan Sky will be able to just rock it out and nobody else can catch her. But we'll see. Getting unique from Special Week to get more stamina. Anchors away, does end up activating for Gold Chip, who currently is in 7th place, trying to catch up more and more, coming in from the outside, actually already in 4th place, and is catching up to Saiyan Sky in the lead currently. Gold Chip fighting against a mirror match for 3rd place, trying to get ahead, ends up in 3rd. Straightaway Spurt does end up activating to give some extra acceleration, and Gold Chip is going. Gold Chip goes from 2nd to 1st. Gold Chip in 1st place right now. Angling Sleeping, though, does end up activating, which is really bad for us because that's enough more acceleration. 777s for all the other runners. Gold Chip currently in 2nd place, trying to catch up to the lead and overtake. Machikana Fuki Guitar currently leading away and is starting to break ahead. Gold Chip trying to hunt down with the speed. Professor Curvature and Long Quarters does end up activating. Will it be enough to catch up? Come on, Gold Chip! She's coming in from the outside, dueling in. Gold Chip and Special Week are turning dueling it out. Machikana Fukitaro is currently in the lead with 200 meters left. Gold Chip currently in 2nd place. Will she be able to overtake? It doesn't look like it. Gold Chip comes in with 2nd. Woo! It's actually kind of scary with the that Saiyan Sky with the angling and scheming. Just barely. 2nd. It's not bad. Not bad. This Fukitaru did have long S. God dang it. I was wondering, like, does this Fukitaru have long S? Because that will definitely help. None of my runners have long S, because I also wasn't able to get that. Actually, that's not true. Special Week has long S. Special Week's the only one that has long S. None of my runners, if I got long S, it typically never worked out skill-wise. Like, I just didn't get good skills or stats to have me work. Alright. Rice Shower. 8. Still 3rd favorite. 4th favorite. Yeah, 3rd and 4th. Okay, not bad. So many end closers. There's 6 of them. There's 4 other end closers in this race, aside from us. Lord.
さあゲートが開いた各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました
みんな集中してましたね好レースが期待できそうです
長丁場のこのレースですがライズシャワー早くも先頭に躍り出た先頭から大きく離されて2番手は
Rice Shower, I believe, is our pace chaser, I think, for this race, I think. So she is our de facto front runner, which is interesting. Mine on Top Gun, currently in 3rd. Highlander, Umastan for Special Week and Gold Ship, very exciting. Gives us some more extra speed.
ゴールドシップまもなく第4コーナーカーブ
Mine on Top Gun gets the ramp up. Still currently in 3rd place, leading the pack for the most part, though, is fighting a Manhattan Cafe, which is scary, actually. Slipstream for Special Week, though, is going to get a little rush. Professor Curvature for Mine on Top Gun, though. Not a pretty decent spread for all the runners here. Slipstream for Gold Chip as well, coming in from the outside. Hopefully, we can get an Anchors Away and a straightaway spurt. She is both Mine on Top Gun and Gold Chip are actually in pretty good positions on the outside. That is going to give them, it is going to make them use more stamina, but if they have the power to overtake, that will allow them to go out and get past everybody. Professor Curvature for Special Week and Gold Ship, along with another stamina recovery skill. Dazzling Diver for Special Week does end up activating as well, so we should have enough stamina to get through the race itself. along with the tail held high for special week, which is really, really good. All three of our runners actually pretty close together for the most part. Gold Chip currently in third, with special week following in fourth. We are almost halfway, we're all almost done with the mid section of the race itself. Don't see an anchorage away, and I don't see a straightaway spurt, so that is a little alarming for Gold Chip for the most part, but maybe special week will be able to pass as well. Gold Chip currently in second though. Straightaway spurt doesn't end up activating for the end here, trying to get some more acceleration, and she is starting to catch up to oh my god, that Myono Top Gun is trying to catch up to Bryce Shower. Myono Top Gun on the outside does end up accelerating past our Gold Chip. The Gold Chip falling behind, then will navigate for special week, but it's not enough. This is going to be a contest between Myono Top Gun and Gold Chip. Who will have the most power and who will have the speed? It looks like Myono Top Gun is going to be the one to be winning out. Gold Chip trying to catch up, but Myono Top Gun is just too fast and too powerful. Gold Chip cannot catch up. It looks like it's going to be another second place finish for Gold Chip in this race itself. Myono Top Gun crosses the line first, and our team takes second yet again. Oh my gosh. I think that Myono Top Gun was the favorite, I think too. No, number 2 favorite. Man, longest again. 792 stamina, you should be dead. You should be dead. That's bull. 792? Really? Wow. That's crazy. 861? Dude, how much speed do you have? 1081 speed. Little higher speed, lower stamina, and lower power. How did I lose to you, actually? What in the world? You should have died. That's crazy. That's crazy, actually. Were they an end closer? Dude, I gotta stop following. I gotta stop following the references that I'm using for stats and stuff like that. I gotta stop following. It's some fucking bullshit. It's actual garbage, like straight up.
注目の3番人気
That Manhattan Cafe is an S+, I think is what I saw. That's the number 1 favorite. That's real scary. Some of these other racers are like real intimidating. It's real spooky, honestly. It's super, super spooky. Gold Chip, go home specialist for Gold Chip. There's a little bit of extra stamina and closer corners for special week, which is very exciting, though she is currently in 7th place, trading with Gold Chip. Long corners. Both Gold Chip and Special Week are kind of trailing behind everybody. Myono Top Gun currently in 5th is a little further ahead in the pack itself, but it also, I mean, it's going to be hard to get past this Taishin and this Manhattan Cafe. Magnus Tachyon and Benjamin McQueen currently, I think, are 2 late pace chasers in this race, I believe, so they are leading the pack. That's not really that big of a deal overall. Again, just because when we get to the end here, it will be a contest as to who can pull out ahead. Myono Top Gun does end up pulling in front to 3rd, so it's going to be the one leading the majority of the pack, with Special Week falling behind, though. Dazzling Dire does end up activating for Special Week to give her some extra stamina, so that is very, very good. Hopefully, we'll see if Special Week is able to get any more power, though, in trying to get ahead. Tail held high and Slipstream does end up activating. Anchors away from Gold Chip is really, really good. If you can combine that with straightaway spurt, that will give Gold Chip a very good amount of speed and acceleration to try and get ahead. You can see Gold Chip coming in from the outside, but is losing out in the mirror match against 2 other Gold Chips who are passing her, so you don't know if Gold Chip's going to actually be able to catch up. Highlander does end up activating for Special Week, who is currently in 3rd place, actually in front of Myono Top Gun now. And as we get to the end, he here. We are putting pedal to the metal. Will we be able to do anything? So let's see how it happens. Special Week coming in from the outside is accelerating it very, very quickly. Goes from second to first, and Special Week is currently leading the pack right now. Mayano Top Gun with the flashy landing is going to activate, and she did also activate. Let's pump some iron as well. The flowery maneuver does end up activating for Mayano Top Gun. Will we be able to see anything else happen right now? Currently Special Week leading the pack, but there is a gold chip coming right behind her and is catching up very, very quickly. There's 400 meters left. Can Special Week hold out strong? And will we be able to secure our first win for this attempt? Special Week is ahead by 1 full length. There's 200 meters left. Special Week is holding strong, but Gold Chip is close behind. Special Week is out in front, and it looks like Gold Chip is not able to cross, and Special Week is able to close out and give us our first win for this attempt in the Champions Meet. Woo! Nice. All right. That is 1 win. Love that. Let's see. Gold Ship, number 3 favorite. Machikana Fukutaro, number 2. Number 1 is a Grass Wonder as a late surger. Okay. And then Special Week is our 4th favorite. Gold Chip in a great mood, which is good to see. 1 pace chaser, 2 other late surgers, and then a bunch of end closers. Yeah. All these races are going to be pretty back-heavy. Ooh, late start for Special Week and Gold Chip is going to be pretty unfortunate. That is real detrimental for us. Hopefully that won't be too big of an issue, just because as end closers, like, it doesn't really matter all too much, but we're gonna have to see. Currently, Mayano Top Gun is in 2nd place though right now, following behind this TM Opera O, who is, I believe, our only pace chaser, so they are the one that is setting the pace. They'll probably die off as we get to the end here. The real question is, will Mayano Top Gun be able to hold strong in 2nd, or will Special Week be able to catch up, or even Gold Ship? I think Gold Ship's currently in 9th place right now. Dazzling Diver does end up activating for Special Week, along with the tail held high and end closer quarter, so that is really good. Currently, all 3 of our runners, currently 3, 6, and 4, all put together for the most part, which is really, really good. Special Week Mayano Top Gun actually have the highest, or the 2 in near the front of the pack for the majority. Gold Chip trying to break through, but she is behind our own 2 runners, so that's interesting. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Mayano Top Gun coming in from the outside is going to end up passing Machikana Fukutaro to get into 2nd place. With Special Week, I think, unfortunately, falling a little bit behind though, but Gold Chip is falling behind Mayano Top Gun, but Mayano Top Gun is fighting a Grass Wonder currently for the 2nd place position. TM Opera is still holding very, very strong in this race itself as we get closer to the late stage of the race. Gold Ship does end up activating the anchors away. I think she's in a pretty good spot. 6th place currently, going up to 5th, coming in, I believe, from the outside. Yep, you can see her accelerating, getting between Mayano Top Gun and Grass Wonder, actually. She is accelerating at a pretty decent pace. She's catching up to this Fukutaro, the stream and straightaway spurt. Does end up activating and gets gas. Here they come. The end closers are starting to come in. Grass Wonder has already shot up into the lead itself, and Gold Chip trying to catch up, seeing if she can get any speed going and be able to catch up, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like she's being passed by everyone else, and it doesn't look like Gold Chip or any of our other runners are going to be able to make it for this race itself. Currently, it's a fight between Fukutaro, TM Opera, and Grass Wonder, and TM Opera currently is holding strong still. All 3 of our runners are dueling each other, though, which is very exciting to see, but actually kind of a detriment. Fukutaro does end up pulling ahead, and it looks like Fukutaro is going to be able to take 1st this time, and I think the best that our team is going to be placing is 5th. 4, 5, and 6th. Oof. Ouch. Fukutaro is the number 2 favorite. 978. 779 power, really? 97. 3. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I don't understand. I don't know entirely what went wrong here. Yeah, like it. No, it's not a speed problem. Lower speed. Higher stamina. There is higher stamina. 79. Lower power though. Like, just don't know like what went wrong. Is it just a skill issue? 11. I mean, like, doesn't seem like it. We just run out of gas? I don't think we ran out of gas because we got 4. Like, we did pretty decently. Don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what went wrong. What's going wrong there? Stat-wise, it doesn't seem like we should be losing. Pretty even in skills as well. Like, All right. Number 8. 5 in the 4th favorite.
5番人気6番
We just not have the acceleration?
あれはスタート各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました
みんな集中してましたね好レースが期
I
待で
mean,
き
we
そう
oh
です
well. Okay. Also, we did that race. We did get the late start. The late start maybe is what actually ended up hurting us. I don't know. Hard to say.
大丈夫か
ちょっと苦しいけど大丈夫
Anyways,
ここからが彼女の
in
実
this
力の見せ
race,
所です
though, Mayano TM Pro does end up going out to the front as the de facto pace chaser, front runner, leader of this race itself. Mayano Top Gun currently in 3rd place, leading, following with some other late surgers, I believe, holding decently strong. It's a little upsetting that Mayano Top Gun really isn't doing nearly as well as I would have liked her to. It's actually kind of upsetting, despite all the late surge skills that we have. Fighter for the mid race. I think that's probably the problem. Is I think I don't have a whole lot of end race skills. Like, I have a decent amount of mid race stuff. I don't have a whole lot of end. It doesn't seem like I have a whole lot of end race, late race stuff. But maybe that's my issue. That's where a lot of the speed is coming from, especially for end closers and stuff like that. So maybe that's my problem. I'll look into that after the race. Swinging Maestro, Professor Curvature end up activating for Mayano Top Gun though. Swinging Maestro for Special Week as well. Don't think we're getting a Dazzling Diver, I'm not sure. Anchors away though for Gold Ship. Currently, though, Gold Ship in 9th place, though, which is a little upsetting. So Gold Ship's gonna have a pretty big journey to catch up. Tail held high and end closers does end up acting as a special week though, so she is also starting to accelerate. Mayano Top Gun currently caught on the inside. Doesn't seem like she can find a line to break out, unfortunately. But Gold Ship coming in from the outside in the last 1,000 meters, straightaway sprint doesn't end up activating to give Gold Ship a little bit of extra acceleration, but will that be enough to actually get ahead? It's currently in 4th place, going into 3rd, going into 2nd, going into 1st. Gold Ship currently leading the pack, but on the inside is a mirror match. Gold Ship trying to catch up and is going to end up overtaking. Will Gold Ship be able to fight back? It will be a big question. Flying maneuver from Iono Top Gun does end up activating to give her some extra speed, but will that do anything, or will that just be a dud? Nimble Navigator for both Special Week and Iono Top Gun currently in 4th and 5th place, with Gold Ship currently in 2nd, trying to fight the mirror match in this final straight. There's 400 meters left. Gold Ship on the outside, trying to catch up to this other Gold Ship, but it doesn't look like she can do it. Iono Top Gun falling behind, but it looks like Iono Top Gun is going to be running out of stamina and is going to get overtaken. Gold Ship just still cannot catch up, and unfortunately it is another 2nd place finish for our team. Gold Ship just could not catch up to this other Gold Ship. Long ass. Dude, 888 power. What the fuck? Wow. Man. Sympathy, golden specialist. Man. Yeah, like, honestly, that's upsetting. Yeah, we lost out on it was a power and then the long S, but I think the power is the biggest thing. Is just the acceleration. We could not match it. We just simply could not match it. Ouch! 1 win. That's rough. That's super rough. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay. Let's mix some stuff. Let's mix things up. So, we have this other stuff. Higher power, lower speed. Try this one. Let's try this. I'm not sure what to. I don't know what to think, I'll be honest. I think this is my end. Yeah, this is my end closing Iono Top Gun, so maybe we try that one, I think. Yeah. Okay, this is my end closing. Let's try that one. Kind of weird to see. Thankfully, we do. If we don't make it to Group A today, we do still have tomorrow. So there is that, at the very least. So we can take today to just sort of experiment to see who's doing well. As far I did a bunch of testing to see like who comes out on top. And I think all of my aces are pretty even, more or less. That finals champion special week, which is the one we just ran, that was kind of the best special week, so it's not good. It didn't really do all that well. I think it was the only one that got a win, so I was like, oh no. But the Iono Top Gun and the Gold Ships are all also pretty even as far as like comparing them to each other. But we'll see how some of these other ones do and see if we get better results or not. Once again, had a bunch of late surges and a bunch of end closers, so it will be really interesting to see kind of which, if any of our runners have the power to break through and break ahead of the pack itself. It looks like currently all 3 of our runners are all positioned together for the most part, especially trying to break through 2 other Gold Ships to get ahead of the pack with Gold Ship, with our Gold Ship coming in from the outside to break through, with Iono Top Gun currently struggling in the back from what it seems like. Currently Rice Shower and Agnes Tachyon as our pseudo front runners for this race as we get closer to the late stage of the race itself. Anchors Away does end up activating for Gold Ship, still on the outside. Dazzling Diver for Special Week does end up activating, which is good to see. So it will, most likely Special Week does have the gas in the tank in order to fulfill or to keep her run alive, which is good to see. Long Corners does also end up activating for Special Week. Currently in third place with a decent speed, a decent lead between the pack and this Agnes Tachyon, trying to catch up in the last 1,200 meters itself. Our Gold Ship currently on the outside, trying to catch up with Anchors Away, but it looks like she can't quite beat the two mirror matches in fourth and fifth. We do enter the late stage of the race itself to see if anything else can happen. And coming in real hot. I'm not entirely sure who that was, but they do get stopped by the pack, unable to break on through, especially currently in third place still, when the Horde is starting to catch up, including our Special Week, but Rice Shower holding strong in second. And all of our runners right now are starting to flag down, and I think they are running out of gas. Gold Ship currently in the back, trying to catch up from the outside. Special Week currently in the middle, trying to duel and get ahead of everyone else, but it looks like we don't have enough speed or acceleration to try and get there. Special Week currently holding strong in third place and crosses the line. Oof. Gold Ship 7th, Mayano Top Gun 8th. Mayano Top Gun really struggling, honestly. Losing by distance at 8th place. Ouch. Big ouch. Yeah. I feel like we're not accelerating. Like we're not hitting any sort of acceleration at the end, and we just can't seem to we can't get any further. Number 6, 7th, and 8th favorite. Ooh, that's rough. Late start from Gold Ship, unfortunately. Unfortunate to see, puts her in 7th. Mayano Top Gun gets the Umamusume activation, which is nice. Currently in first place, but is going to be overtaken by the Tokai Teo, who I believe is a pace chaser, so they are going to be the one leading this race for the most part. Slipstream does end up activating for Special Week, currently in 6th. Mayano Top Gun is going to fall back because she is going to get rushed just a little bit, unfortunate to see. But Special Week is going to be passing her a little bit in order to try and lead this majority of the pack as we get to the midsection of the race. As we're currently in 5th, Mayano Top Gun in 6th, with Gold Ship holding on to the rear in 8th place right now. All three of our runners are kind of in really difficult positions. It looks like they are just kind of getting bullied out of other positions, especially trying to go on the outside to see if they can overtake, but it doesn't look like they can quite make it. They do end up getting into 4th place, so it will be, we'll see if, oh yeah, okay, so Special Week is able to get into ahead of the horde of end closers and able to get into the inside rail to try and conserve some stamina. Dazzling Diver does end up activating as well, though, for Special Week, which is good to see. Along with the Long Corners and Tail held high, so Special Week for the mid skills is going to be firing off on all cylinders. Anchors Away, it also does end up activating for Gold Ship, but she is in last place right now, so Gold Ship's going to have a very difficult time and going to be it's going to be a real long journey in order to try and actually get any sort of headway and catch up. Special Week currently in 3rd place right now is catching up to the Oguri Cap to make it into 2nd, and is going to try and catch up to this Tokai Teo, but there's 1,000 meters left, and there is still a pretty sizable distance between 1st and 2nd. Straightaway sprint for Mayano Top Gun does end up activating along with the Professor Curvature for Special Week as we round the last 800 meters and the final corner into the home stretch. Will Special Week be able to accelerate and catch up to this Tokai Teo? Here we go. It's going to happen right now. Let's pump some iron for Mayano Top Gun along with the Flowing Maneuver does end up activating. I did also see a straightaway spurt for Gold Ship as well. Will that be enough of an acceleration? Gold Ship currently in 3rd place and is accelerating. Now on top and following in 4th, I believe is actually going to be able to pass Gold Ship, but Tokai Teo still just so strong and ahead of everyone in 1st place. We're in the last 400 meters. Tokai Teo is still so far ahead, but all 3 of our runners are trying to catch up. Will be any of our racers be able to catch up? Tokai Teo ahead by 3 whole lengths. My on top currently in 3rd, overtaken by another Gold Ship. And the best that our team can produce for this race is 3rd place, unfortunately. That Tokai Teo just way too strong. Able to hold the lead and go the entire way. Man. God damn it. I think what I should have done in hindsight is I was so focused on like getting 2 golds. I really just should have settled. Like, Gohon Specialist is so expensive actually. Like, there were multiple times where I had access to after school stroll and like deep breaths. I should have just taken those because it's cheaper to just put those together, and then that would have opened up, that would have probably given me others points so I can spend on other skills. Like, I think I should have I think I really could have just gotten away with like taking Swinging Maestro and then like 2 other regular stamina skills and been completely fine.
9番人気8番スペシャルウィーク
I didn't even
ちょ
see
っ
what
と
we are.
厳しいメンバーです
6,
が
8,
健闘を期
9,
待したいですね
3 pace chasers, 6 end closers. 3 of them are us. Half of the end closers are us.
次へスタートです 各馬娘揃って
Well,
綺麗な
maybe
スタ
I'll
ートを
run.
切
I
りま
haven't
し
run
た
any
誰が先頭に
careers
抜け出すか
today,
注目し
so
ましょう
苦しい戦
might,
いを強いられ
might
てい
run
る
some extra
3番
careers
ゴールド
later
チップ
tonight
こ
and
こからどう出る
retool some
早くも
racers.
先頭に躍り出た
Retool all my
先頭から大き
aces,
く離されて
honestly.
2 番
I
手は
might just
小栗
be
キャプ
doing
テ
that
ン
tonight.
3番手成田ブライ
Really
外を
retooling
回
all
り
my
ますマヤの
aces.
トップガン後からマンハッタンカフェその後ろにスペシャルウィークその内
There
並
are
んで
3
1番
pace
ゴールド
chasers
チ
in
ッ
the
プ
form of a Rice
少し後ろ
Shower,
から
an
2
Oguri
番
Cap, and
ゴ
an
ールドチ
Arita
ップ
Bryan.
第4コーナーを
Currently
進
all
んで
leading
直
the
線に向
pack,
かう
currently
長友
all
のこのレ
well
ースです
ahead
が
of
ライフ
everyone
シャワー
else.
早くも先頭に躍
Currently
り出
though,
た
and then we
続い
also
て
have my on
小
top
栗キャ
in
プテン
4th,
成
followed
田
by
ブライ
Gold
3
Ship
番
in
手
5th,
4番手
and
に
Special
マヤ
Week
のトップガン
holding up
5番手
near
に
the
2番
rear at
ゴールド
7th
チップ
place.
そして
My on
1
top
番
gun
ゴール
actually
ドチップ
pretty
一瞬の直
decently
線
ahead
スタンドの
of
大
the
歓声に
majority of
迎え
end
ながら
closers.
馬娘たちが
Kind
走
of
り
just
抜け
out
る
in
スペ
no
シャルウィ
man's
ー
land
ク
for the
並んで
most
くる
part, especially
続いて
coming in from the
3番
outside,
ゴールドチ
trying
ップ
to
少し
past
離れて
everyone else.
マン
And
ハ
now
ッ
we
タンカ
do
フ
have
ェ
all 3 of our
3番
aces
ゴール
in
ドチップ
4, 5,
果たして
and
どうで
6,
しょうか
all in a
馬場
nice
状態
neat
を確
line.
認しながら走っている感じ
Actually
ですね
pretty good to see that
まだ本気ではないですよ
overall.
順位を振り返って
None of them, they all have a pretty decent shot at
続きました
making
小栗
it,
キャプテン
catching up to the pace chasers. So hopefully that will be enough to rocket them out into the front. We do see Gold Ship coming from the outside, trying to get ahead and cross through no man's land. Dazzling Diver ends up activating for Special Week again though, which is really good to give her that extra stamina. Currently in 4th place, trying to catch up to Narita Bryan, not too far away. Long corners does end up activating for Special Week at the 1400 meter mark, and we are getting closer to the end, to the late stage of the race itself. Special Week does end up catching up to Narita Bryan and overtaking at the 1200 meter mark, and getting in front. So will Special Week be able to accelerate any further and catch up to Ogura Cap? She is starting to catch up. She needs to get to around the outside for this to work. Straightaway Spurt does give her that extra acceleration to overpass from 2nd all the way into 2nd, also into 1st. But on the outside, we do have another Gold Chip who is rocketing past into the lead. Will Special Week be able to fight for it? Ignited Speed and Power does end up activating, but will it be enough? It looks like it's not going to be. Special Week is losing ground to this Gold Chip as we round the final corner into the home stretch. Special Week cannot catch up. This Gold Chip is just too powerful and is able and is just way too strong in order for Special Week to fight. The Special Week is close behind. We are trying. She is trying her best. It's going to be really tight. Gold Chip still in front, and it's going to be 200 meters, and Gold Chip is still easily going to be able to overtake. And Special Week just not enough power to catch up. Man, that Gold Chip rocketed all the way in. That acceleration was insane.
1着は逃しちゃいました。でも嬉しいです。
Man, what was that Gold Ship packing? Swinging Maestro. Fuck me. Fuck me. Alright, Anger's away. Swinging Maestro. Rushing Gale. No stopping me. Coast is clear. Interesting. Dude, what the hell? Actually, what the hell? I don't know. What? 923 power? We didn't lose in a power game, that's for sure. We lost in a speed game, for sure. But, like, Jesus Christ. They don't even have straightaway. What? Where did all of that acceleration come from? Like, actually, where did did that acceleration come from rushing Gale and no stopping me? Is that really just, like, where it came from? That was an insane amount of acceleration. That was wild. Dude, what the fuck? That was, like, a disgusting amount of acceleration. It did not have straightaway. Didn't have long S. Like... Jesus Lord, have mercy. Right, we are the number 2 favorite in Special Week, so that is actually really good. Final Top Gun number 6, Gold Ship number 3. All right, so number 2 and number 3 favorite are for us. That's good. The only number 1 favorite, the number 1 favorite is an Agnes Tachyon, who is a pace chaser. So hopefully we will be able to, hopefully they'll just run out of stamina and we'll be able to just overtake them. We'll see. A late start on my Top Gun, which is unfortunate to see, but she is not, we're basically putting our faith in Gold Ship and Special Week for this race specifically. I think it seems like they have the highest chance of success here as far as favoritism goes, but favoritism doesn't really matter all too much, or it really doesn't add too much weight, to be completely honest. But it is nice to see. Special Week currently in 4th place is going to be the one that's leading the late surger and the end closers for the most part. We do have Agnes Tachyon, so our 3 pace chasers are Agnes Tachyon, 2 Agnes Tachyons, and Die with Scarlet, with one of the Agnes Tachyons currently in 1st, leading the pack. Special Week all the way out in no man's land right now is a little scary to see, but hopefully we will be able to get Swingy Maestro and Dazzling Diver in order to refill our stamina and keep that gas in the tank. 1,800 meters left, and we are about halfway through the race. Overall, Special Week does end up falling back to 6th, 7th though, which is a little unfortunate. So all 3 of our runners currently in the bottom 3, which is very scary to see. Swingy Maestro does end up activating, so because we had the long straightaways already activate, we do get the Dazzling Diver, which is very good. So we do have the extra boost in stamina. Anchors Away also ends up activating for Gold Ship, which is also really, really good with the Slipstream 2. Gold Ship, though, currently in 9th place, so once again, going to be a pretty long trek in order to catch up. And she is going to have to go all the way from the outside, unfortunately. Special Week currently holding in 8th place. My Top Gun really not doing anything from what it looks like, which is unfortunate to see. Currently in last, Gold Ship is coming in from the outside and is steadily rising through the ranks. 1,000 meters left. Straightaway spurt for Special Week does end up activating to give her some extra acceleration. Will we see anything else from Gold Ship? It doesn't look like it. Special Week going to be passing Gold Ship going into 5th. 800 meters left, and the end closers are starting their final spurt. Special Week coming in from 2nd place, goes all the way to 1st. Gold Ship following behind in 3rd. Ignited Spirit Power does end up acting for Special Week. Gold Ship and Special Week currently in 1st and 2nd place. Professor Curvature ends up activating. The Fire Maneuver from Mayano Top Gun winning also ends up activating, but Mayano Top Gun is so far behind the rest of the pack that I don't think it's going to be doing anything for us. Once again, let's pump some iron for Mayano Top Gun does end up acting, but she's so far behind. Special Week and Gold Ship currently leading the pack in the final straight. They are going down the straight for the most part. The number 2 and number 3 favorite leading strong, charging down the last 200 meters. Special Week easily crosses the line in 1st, and our team takes 1st and 2nd place in this race specifically. That's 1 win, but this is also race number 4. It's too little, too late, unfortunately. I'm gonna write that down actually. Because I think it is notable that both of these honestly win. They also. I think it's important to make that distinction especially when I start looking through, being like, all right, well, how did these do? How did this do? So. I'm just writing down that, like, technically, Gold Ship got first. Technically speaking, 1.5 lengths ahead, behind. Like, if our special week wasn't here, Gold Ship would have been there as well. So, like, you know, good to note down. That is what the first win on our 4th race, and unfortunately, that's too little, too late. None of our Mayano Top Guns are doing very well. I will say that. None of our Mayano Top Guns are doing great. That is a little unfortunate.
6番スペシャルウィーク6番人気です。
ライバルたちは強力ですが、
Aishin
放送を期
Flash
待したい
number
です
1.
ね。
We're number
後方
5,
からの
9,
豪快な追い込
6.
みを見せてほしいですね。
Aishin Flash looks like has this in the bag. 2 double circles and 1 circle. Like, man, our stats usually our predictions usually are not that good. Like, our predictions are usually pretty. They're pretty sketchy at the very least. Early on in this race, King Halo serving as the one setting the pace for this race. It looks like Go Home Specialist activates early on Gold Ship. That may actually prove to be a detriment, just because early on in the stages we don't use all that much stamina, so it's like you're already topping off an already full tank. So that could actually be a problem for Gold Ship overall, but that will remain to be seen. Currently, all 3 of our runners kind of just mobbing it out in the pack itself. Mayano Top Gun currently on the outside in 6th place, with Gold Ship falling, Special Week and Gold Ship falling behind in 7th and 8th. Mayano Top Gun is going to be rushed a little bit, so that is a little scary to see, but hopefully that won't be too big of an issue. Long straightaways activates for Special Week, but it looks like Special Week's kind of trapped on the inside, so she is going to have to fall to the back and then try to get ahead on the outside instead. Gold Ship trying to do that exact same thing on the outside, currently in 6th place. Anchors Away does end up activating, and with being on the outside, she does have a pretty good line in order to get ahead. Let's hopefully the real test is going to be if she has the speed in order to catch up. Currently in 5th place, climbing steadily into 4th right now, and all the way into 3rd. 1,200 meters left in this race itself. Is catching up to this Asian Flash in 2nd place, and is going to be able to eke past just enough. But that King Halo with the 1,000 meters left is very far ahead. So Gold Ship will be a real test to see if Gold Ship is going to be able to get any sort of acceleration to try and catch up, and it doesn't look like it. Straightaway Spirit does end up activating for Special Week. Mayano Top Gun, but Right Shower coming in from the back, really catching up to this King Halo in this last stage as we round the final corner. Gold Ship still trying to, just trailing behind in 3rd. It doesn't look like she can get any more speed going, and it looks like we are going to be topping out in the 3rd place. Final Maneuver ends up activating for Mayano Top Gun, along with Let's Pump Some Iron, trying to catch up and do anything to see if we can catch up, but it really doesn't look like it. It looks like Gold Ship also going to be falling back into 4th place against this Asian Flash. Might also be falling back against this Gold Ship. I think all of our runners are going to be running out of steam here. It doesn't look like we have the power nor the speed in order to catch up. And it looks like we are not going to be making the podium on this one, boys and girls. Best we can do is 4th. Damn. 734. Damn. All you had was cooldown? You should have died. You should have died. What the hell? God damn. King Halo, 1150. Man. I want to see something in our past races. Let me look to see.
ありがとうございました。
I wonder if who all won. Nothing. That might be one of our signifiers. Oh, okay, you don't have it. Like, I want to know who has no stopping me and who doesn't. It's like, as the people who beat us. It does feel like no stopping me is a big, like, it's definitely just a key skill to get. I knew it was good. I didn't think it was like a huge thing. But yeah, maybe it is. Maybe no stopping me is kind of really, really important. But we have it on no stopping me on this special week. Not on this one. Also not on this one. This gold ship does not have it. This one also doesn't have it. This one also doesn't have it. We do have Nimble Navigator, which is the lower tier version. So this one has it. Has Nimble Navigator. This one doesn't have Nimble Navigator. Or does have Nimble Navigator, I should say. This one. And this one. So you have no stopping me. Also slips. Let's do this one. Late S. I tried this one. Tried this one. Okay. Okay. No stopping me is obviously really good from what it seems like. Which obviously I knew it was good. I didn't think it was like crazy. I didn't think it was like crazy, but I guess so. All right. We are the #1 and #2 favorite. That's actually awesome to see. We're even #4 favorite. All right. So we're in the top 4 for favoritism, which is actually kind of awesome. As far as predictions goes, double triangle is actually decent. I'm happy with that. Very exciting. So we'll see if we can produce some results here. Late start and gold ship, which is actually really unfortunate to see because gold ship is the #1 favorite. So that's unfortunate. So we'll have to see if how big of a deal that is. We also get deep breaths activating pretty early on special week, which is also really upsetting, honestly, overall. So that is also really scary. After school stroll, both stamina skills on special week have just gone off. The 2 other stamina skills on special we've gone off before we even make it to the mid section of the race. And she is also getting rushed, which is really unfortunate to see. So overall, this race is going pretty poorly, all things considered, but it is still early on. 2,200 meters left in the race itself, so you know there's other stuff that can happen still. We do have some skills activating in the midsection. Special week currently in 9th place. It is going to be interesting to see if we get the Dazzling Diver to activate, because both of our stamina skills did just end up activating at the early stage, and Dazzling Diver requirements need 2 skills to activate mid-race. So I'm not entirely sure if we have anything else that we can have activate. Stamina Eater is one of them, so that is good to see. Tail held high, long corners. Okay, so we do have other things activating for special week. It unfortunately doesn't look like we're gonna hit the check for Dazzling Diver. But at least we did technically still have a chance to have that happen. Anchors Away does end up activating for Gold Ship, who is trying to push up to the ranks, but she is currently going to be caught on the inside and is going to be overtaken by the Mirror Match Gold Ship, but she is starting her acceleration nonetheless. Final Top Gun currently holding strong in 6th place, is going to get passed by a bunch of other Gold Ships, which is upsetting to see as we get into the 1,000 meter mark and the last end stage of the race itself. Straightaway Spurt ends up activating for both of our end closers, along with the Nimble Navigator from Gold Chip. Long corners activates from out of Top Gun. Gold Chip rocketing out all the way in first place, though. Despite the late start, looks like she's going to be doing pretty okay. No stopping me for Special Week, but she is currently in, I think, 8th or 9th place. Flying maneuver from Final Top Gun does end up also activating, but I think also she's also in 8th or 9th place, so I don't think that's going to help. She is in 7th, comes up into 5th. Let's Pump Some Iron does end up activating, and we do see all the end closers and the late surgers starting to make their stand in this home stretch. Gold Chip holding very, very strong, though, in the last 400 meters. There's another Gold Chip right behind for the mirror match, but it looks like ours is going to be just too strong. There's 200 meters left, and Gold Chip is ahead by a full 7 lengths and easily crosses the line first. The #1 favorite, despite the late start. You can't keep her down. Woo. Very nice. Very nice. Let me see this other gold ship. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, I think our special week probably could have done better. But one, she got rushed. And then two, both of these skills activated all the way at the beginning of the race, which is like so unfortunate to see. So like we only get the Dazzling Diver, and I think it's just not enough. Like just straight up, it just wasn't enough to keep up. Final Top Gun 4th place, not bad. You know, it's fine. Probably would have wanted more. But okay, you know, I can't be upset. Let's see here. Yeah, it's like I think Mino Top Gun is just the power is too low, and like that's the thing with all my Mino Top Guns. It's like I just couldn't get enough power from Mino Top Gun. Like I just really couldn't. It was just really upsetting. So I'm not. Yeah, it's like I'm not surprised by this, honestly. 1063 speed. Yeah, like we lost out in the power struggle. We definitely lost out in the power struggle. Yeah, I think we just couldn't get there, and that's fine. That's fair enough. I'm not upset by that. Alright, that's one. Can we get 2 more? Let's go! Need 2 more wins. Alright. We are the 3rd, 4th, and 5th favorites overall. So, again, still pretty decent. I'm not upset by that. Fighting against an S rank Rice Shower and an A+ Narita Taishin. We'll have to see how that goes. A lot of pace chasers. That is actually surprising. A lot of pace chasers in this race. I think my own Top Gun can do pretty decent. But I think the biggest issue is obviously just lack of power, just flat out lack of power. But then also I think my own Top Gun also just easily just gets mobbed. Like, just easily gets mobbed. Okay, we have a lot of stamina recovery skills happening early on in the race itself. Not the greatest thing to have happen overall, but it's not the worst thing. I think both of Special Week's stamina skills did end up activating though early on, which is unfortunate to see. I think the one Be Still for my Top Gun also ended up activating early, as well as Gold Chip's Go Home Specialist also activating early, so that is a little unfortunate too as well. But we'll see what all is actually going to transpire. There's still a decent amount of race left. Currently my Top Gun in 5th place, followed by Gold Chip in 6th. Especially, unfortunately, only trailing behind in the pack in 9th place. And we will have to see if anything is going to change there. Gold Chip following behind. Ball drops down to 8th and is going to be stuck on the inside from what it looks like. It's going to be right next to this Narita Taishin. That will be problematic, especially with Anchors Away coming out. Gold Chip needs to get ahead and get around all the other opposition. Will she be able to do that? It looks like she's able to trade with Narita Taishin a little bit, trying to sell accelerate to try and get in front of Narita Tyson so that way she can get around the rest of the pack, and it looks like she can. Going to actually find a line between Tokateo and Mayano Top Gun in order to get into 5th place, passing Biwa Hayahida as well in her trek all the way up as we cross the last 1,000 meters. Goldship steadily climbing up the ranks. Straightaway Sprint does end up activating to put her into 3rd place, and she is going to start accelerating. No stopping me. Let's focus on Iron, Professor Weak, and Mayano Top Gun do end up activating along with the Professor Curvature to give them a little bit extra speed. Goldspin still in 3rd place, doing pretty good. We do have our other racers falling behind in 4th and 5th. We are entering the last spurt, and Goldship trying to catch up to this Rice Shower and this Manhattan Cafe, but it looks like they are just way too fast for us to even have a chance to try and catch up. Professor Curvature does end up acting for Goldship to give her some more speed, but it looks like they are not going to be able to catch up, and Rice Shower and Manhattan Cafe are just too far ahead and are just way too fast. There's no way to actually catch up to them, and the best that we can do is solidify 3rd place. 3rd, 4th, and 5th, actually. Not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, that's fair. 1200 speed, 1084 power. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, 1200, like, yeah. That's just stats. That's just raw stats. There's nothing. That's pretty cut and dry. Like, yeah, those are some really, really impressive stats, and yeah, I just can't compete with that. All right, second, third, and 4th favorite again. Actually, that's pretty good. Not bad. Grass Wonder is the #1 favorite. Looks like they're going to have a decent chunk of late stage stuff. So that, I think, is probably where we're going to lose out. Our late stage game is okay. Like, our mid stage game is pretty decent, but our late stage game is, well, it leaves something to be desired. So I think if we're going to fall off anywhere, it's going to be there, right at the end, which is typically how it goes, unfortunately. Got a late start from Special Week, which is unfortunate to see. Umastan for Goldship and Mayano Top Gun. It's nice to have happen. Currently having Goldship and Mayano Top Gun fighting for 2nd and 3rd place. But we do have the Pace Chasers starting to hit their stride early on in the race itself. And everyone and all of our late surge and end closers are going to start falling back to the back of the pack itself. We are as we enter the mid section of the mid stage of the race itself, 2400 meters. Especially currently holding the back of the pack in 9th, with Goldship following in 6th, and Mayano Top Gun in 5th place. Both Mayano Top Gun and Goldship are actually doing pretty well. They are going to be not too far behind this Grass Wonder, who is going to be a late surger. Mayano Top Gun looks like it's going to be fighting Grass Wonder a little bit on the inside, as well as Goldship also on the inside against Nation Flash, trying to hold strong and not get swallowed by the horde itself. Tokateo holding at the 1800 meter mark is going to be holding strong in 1st place, but we will see just how well that goes for her as we get closer and closer to the end of the race itself. Swinging Maestro activates for Top Gun and Goldship, along with the Professor Curvature on top with Goldship as well. Anchors Away does end up activating. Goldship is going to be on the outside, so she's got a pretty clear line in order to get ahead of everybody. Goldship steadily coming up on the outside from 5th to 4th, all the way up to 3rd now, trying and is steadily catching up to this Oguri Cap in 2nd place, but Tokateo still very far in front in the lead at 1200 meters left. Goldship is steadily increasing speed, but it does look like she is going to be plateauing just a little bit as we enter the last 1000 meters. If we can get a straightaway spurt, we do. That might give us the extra acceleration in order to catch up. No stopping me and Slick Surge for Mayano Top Gun does end up activating as well, but it looks like Mayano Top Gun might just be too far in the pack itself and is going to get swallowed. Goldship currently in 1st place is rocketing out in front, but we do have Hishi Amazon and Asian Flash coming in from 2nd and 3rd, are accelerating at a pretty decent pace, but I think Gold Chip might have it here. She's got a pretty decent lead. Fire Maneuver ends up activating, but that's not going to really do much else. Gold Chip is holding strong with Asian Flash and Hishi's Amazon following close, decently behind, but there is a pretty significant gap. 400 meters left. Can Gold Chip hold strong to this lead? She's flying all the way down all alone, but we do have Hishi Amazon and Asian Flash still following behind pretty close, and they are catching up very quickly. 200 meters left. Can Gold Chip hold out strong? Will it be enough? Gold Chip barely crosses the line for first place and is able to solidify our second win for this day 1 CM. Winning by just a neck, Gold Chip in first. And then Biona Top Gun and Special Week coming in 4th and 5th, relatively respectable. Woo! Oh, there was another Tokai Teo. I didn't even know. I didn't even realize there was another Tokai Teo. I didn't even notice. Oh, wow. Yeah, oh man, spooky. Woo, by a neck. Yeah. The long S and late S, yeah, it's like definitely we were able to get I think it was really important that Gold Chip was able to get ahead of the pack early on with Anchors Away to try and get around everybody. And then meanwhile, Hishi Amazon and Asian Flash both had to kind of fight past the pack later on. But by then we already had enough, like a pretty significant lead in order for them to not be able to catch up to us, which is really good. So good for us. Good stuff. Good stuff. Whew. Spooky. That's 2. That's 2 wins. Can we get one more? I think it's safe to say that this is probably going to be the Gold Chip that we stick with. We've already gotten 2 wins, so that's better than any of the other Gold Chips. As far as predictions go, we do pretty okay. Gold Chip, actually, the #1 favorite. My own Top Gun and Special Week, though, number 6 and 7, so that's a little unfortunate. But Gold Chip, #1. So this Gold Chip doing pretty decent work overall. Right. We have a runaway Suzuka. Oh, interesting. Okay. This will be a really interesting race. We have a runaway Suzuka. Okay. This will be a really interesting race to see. I've never seen we had that one Saiyan Sky early on, originally for one of our races, but a runaway Suzuka up front is super interesting. So I'm going to be fascinated with this race itself. All right. We had a couple stamina recovery skills early on again, so a little unfortunate, but you know, if that's how it is, that's how it is. My own Top Gun is going to be rushing just a little bit though, currently in 6th place. We do get the ramp up and the slipstream, but Gold Chip following behind in 7th, with Special Week holding the rear in 9th place overall. Gold Chip does end up passing to get into 5th place on the outside, and is going to be fighting a mirror match for 5th right now. Hopefully that will be, she'll be able to overtake and get ahead of more of the pack itself. That Suzuka currently, man, just sticking true to the strategy, running away right now with all the other pace chasers following behind. It will be interesting to see how the pace chasers do, especially with this runaway Suzuka setting the pace. That is going to drain the pace chasers a lot more overall, so we might actually this might actually be a benefit to us as we try to conserve our stamina for end closing. Anchors Away does end up activating, but I do see the mirror match Gold Chip on the outside trying to tackle, trying to fight against our Gold Chip as well, with ours currently being closer to the inside rail. That might be problematic as we get closer to this Manhattan Cafe, and it is the fear that Gold Chip is going to have to pause and get around this Manhattan Cafe, or possibly try to sneak in as we see Manhattan Cafe moving slower, more to the outside itself. Straightaway Spurt ends up acting for Special Week, though that is not going to be doing too much overall. But we get a Professor Curvature for Gold Ship, who is still trying to fight and is having difficulties getting past some of these other runners, specifically the Pace Chasers and these other end closers. Flowering Maneuver ends up acting for Mino Top Gun to try and do something, but she's, I think, too far away to even try anything special here. Gold Ship still currently in 4th place. Silent Suzuka, I believe has already died off. Yes, she has. And Gold Ship currently trying to fight and get past everyone else, but I don't think she had any extra acceleration. I don't believe there was a straightaway spurt, so she does lose out on that extra acceleration that some of the other ones have, and that mirror match against Gold Ship is going to turn into a loss for us, and the best that we can do is get 3rd place. Yeah, that's unfortunate. $794. And a little bit more there. And no stopping me was, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that Silent Suzuka was interesting. That was super interesting. Yeah, I think our Gold Ship kind of got a little blocked just a little bit from the mirror match, because I know that they were going head to head, and with ours on the inside, we ran into the Manhattan Cafe Pace Chasers, and then we had to wait for them to move, or we had to get, because we couldn't get past them. And so I was like, that's unfortunate to see. All right. Currently, the Gold Ship number 3 favorite, with Special Week at number 8 and Mino Top Gun number 9. Ouch. Ouch. Special Week and Mino Top Gun. Honestly, just not doing it for us here. Honestly, just straight up not doing it for us on this. Our hopes and dreams are being put on Gold Ship for this attempt. This is the last race for this attempt, and this is the last shot to try and get that 3rd win and make it into Group A. Umastan does end up going off for Gold Ship to actually put her in 2nd, but she is going to be dropping down more and more into a more comfortable position in the back of the pack. Mahona Bourbon acting as a front runner, followed by, I believe, 2 Rice Showers. Yeah, 2 Rice Showers in 3rd and 4th as the Pace Chasers, with Mino Top Gun falling behind, getting the slipstream bonus to put her into 3rd place right now, actually. Mino Top Gun doing pretty decent as far as being ahead of the horde itself, but you do see her dropping down, unfortunately, and being swallowed by the end closing, by the rest of the pack overall. Gold Ship currently fighting on the inside in 7th place and 9th. Dazzling Diver does end up activating for Special Week, which is exciting to see, to give her that extra stamina. But Gold Ship being completely mobbed and being blocked out from trying to get around everyone else, and being forced to drop all the way down to the back is very dangerous to see as we get closer and closer to the end of this race. Swinging Maestro at the 1600 meter mark does end up activating for Gold Ship, but we don't have Anchors Away activating just yet either. Mino Top Gun currently following behind Narita Taishin and Manhattan Cafe. There is the Anchors Away for Gold Ship, who is going to start to make her ascent, but she is starting all the way at the bottom. Mino Top Gun currently in 6th, Special Week in 7th. Gold Ship passing her to get in to take her position, and is going to be passing Mino Top Gun as well, and trying to catch up. Mahona Bourbon has already been swallowed, so she is no longer leading the pack, but Manhattan Cafe is steadily increasing in speed. Straightaway Spurt does end up activating to give that extra acceleration, but will it be enough? Gold Ship starting so far behind everyone else, trying to catch up to see if she can do it. Special Week currently in 3rd place, actually, going all the way up to 2nd, trying to catch up to Narita Taishin. Narita Taishin is pretty far ahead already. There's only 800 meters left, And it is going to be, it looks like it's going to be Narita Taishin for this win, especially trying to catch up to see if she can do anything. But it looks like Narita Taishin is going to be just too strong in trying to get ahead. And it doesn't look like anyone else can catch up to her. 200 meters left. Narita Taishin is looking just way too good. Gold Chip actually does end up accelerating into second place. But unfortunately, it is not enough. And 2 wins are going to be all we can do for this attempt in our Champions Meet Saga for day 1. Yeah, really unfortunate. I think Gold Chip just had some really unfortunate placement as we got to the end. Just like, she was in a really good position, and then she got trapped on the inside, and everyone else passed her on the outside, so she has to drop back down because she doesn't have the speed to catch up, and has to start all the way at the bottom. It's just unfortunate to see. Unfortunate placement, truly. That's so upsetting that we lost to this. We fucking lost to this. That's so upsetting, actually. 940 speed. Like, we should have won. We definitely should have won. Like, 100% we should have won that. That's really upsetting. That's crazy. That's crazy that I lost to this. Wow. I want to screen it. I want to send this to win because that's like so crazy actually that I lost. Yeah, I definitely think that I just sort of got like, I think I definitely just sort of got like mobbed, unfortunately, in the near the end there. So there was just like an unfortunate placement. Just start angers away. That's crazy, though. Gold Chip, though, I admit, actually, getting into second is actually surprising. I was actually shocked by this. I definitely thought the Gold Chip was going to finish, like, in the back down here. So, like, that's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, damn. Damn. That's 2 wins, so there's that. Okay. Alright, last attempt for today. Move this Gold Chip up here. Alright. As far as special week goes, I think it is this Dream Team one. I guess it could be one of these. It could be either of these. Honestly. 1-1. Okay. Let's go with this one since it technically has the highest, has a better win rate. 20% win rate, 40% top 2, 60% top 3. Yeah. So I think that's kind of where we're at here. Let's try that. Then I think I have one more top button that I can try. It's this one. Yeah. This is also an okay. So this is our last attempt. We will see what happens. Alright, let's see here. 8, 5, 9. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Alright. Not great favoritism, so we'll see how it goes. Late start from my special week is unfortunate to see. We do have a OG Mayono Top Gun flying out into the lead. He's going to be leading this race with what it looks like overall. Umamusume from Gold Ship and Professor Curvature does end up activating early on in the race, which is nice to see. 7th, currently moving up into 7th place, and all the way up to 6th. But we have Mayono Top Gun and Special Week currently in 8th and 9th, holding into the back of the pass itself. 2,400, there's only 2,400 meters left. Gold Ship does drop down to the bottom 7th, and is going to be fighting the mirror match from what it looks like. It will be interesting to see how things shape up as we get closer to the end of the race itself. Will all three of our aces currently sitting near the bottom of the ranks right now, will any of them be able to actually catch up and overtake? It looks like Gold Ship is going to be the one to be doing that, going in from the inside, and is going to be able to jump into 5th as we cross the halfway point. 1,600 meters left. Gold Ship currently right behind this Manhattan Cafe, getting blocked by the mirror match Gold Ship on the outside, so that is going to be a little difficult, especially if she needs to try and get around and get into the lead. We are nearing the end of the race. I don't see an anchors away, unfortunately, so that is going to be really problematic for Gold Ship overall. Currently in 5th place, and you do see another Gold Ship catching up, and it might also honestly just overtake. Not having anchors away is really upsetting and very detrimental for us. Straightaway spurt from Mayono Top Gun does end up activating, but Mayono Top Gun currently all the way in last. Gold Ship does get a straightaway spurt and a nimble navigator, but it doesn't look like it's going to be doing anything. And all three of our runners just currently kind of vibing it out near the back of the pack. Flying maneuver ends up activating for Mayono Top Gun, but I don't really think that's gonna do anything for us overall, honestly, from what it looks like. Let's Pump Some Iron does end up activating as well, but I just don't think the acceleration is there, unfortunately. Professor Curvature and Masterful Gambit do end up activating, but the leaders of Narita Taishin and Manhattan Cafe are just way too far ahead, and we do not have the acceleration to catch up, unfortunately. It looks like this is going to be a wash for this race specifically. Yeah, just not having skills activate. No skills, not enough skills kind of activating to help us out here, unfortunately. Yeah, 5th place is just not good enough. Not good enough. It's flat out not good enough. Not having anchors away, I think, really hurt us. Like, really hurt us. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. If we don't win anything by the 3rd race, I'm just gonna skip ahead. 4th, 6th, 5th, so 4, 5, and 6. It's not bad. It's not great though. It's better than the last race, so that's at least there's that. It's better than the last race. Late start from Gold Ship, unfortunate to see overall. So that's unfortunate. Umamusume from Gold Ship Mayono Top Gun. That is nice to give us some extra speed. Slipstream, especially. Give us some, again, more speed. That's good. All three of our end closers are kind of falling back to the lower ranks from what it looks like. Go Home Specialist activating a little early for Gold Ship, which is unfortunate. But it might be okay overall. Gold Ship currently in 9th place, but is able to kind of accelerate a little bit with the Professor Curvature, so that is nice. Special Week and Gold Ship kind of fighting it out from what it looks like, which is nice, but Mayono Top Gun once again just getting completely mobbed in the back here. Honestly, it's a little unfortunate that that's happening. But all three of our runners currently in 6th, 8th, and 9th. It's unfortunate to see that like all three of our runners just kind of like mobbing it out in the back. It's not the worst thing, but at the same time it is concerning simply just because of we really need them to try and just get in a good enough position so that way they can accelerate forward and catch up. Gold Chip really needs the anchors away, which is really good that we're going to get. So, but unfortunately, Gold Chip starting all the way in the back for the anchors away, which is really, really unfortunate. Like, I really would have liked Gold Chip to try and be in at least 7th to try, like, to get ahead. We do get the slipstream to give her that little extra speed, but, like, you can see a good majority of the pack is going to be in the middle. And so Gold Chip's going to really need to push her way through in order to get ahead of everybody. Straightaway Spurt does end up activating to give her some extra acceleration, but it looks like it's just not enough, actually. Gold Chip really not accelerating her at all. Mino Top Gun actually is the one that's going to be jettisoning out, rocketing out into 3rd place, trying to catch up to these Rice Shower and Manhattan Cafe, seeing what she can end up doing. Mino Top Gun passing, getting close to passing Rice Shower, trying to catch up to Manhattan Cafe, when Manhattan Cafe is so far ahead in this final race. Mino Top Gun trying to catch up to Rice Shower at the very least to try and secure 2nd place, but it looks like it's not actually going to be enough. Manhattan Cafe is just so far ahead by 4 complete lengths, and Rice Shower and Top Gun end up crossing the line at the same time. But unfortunately, it's going to be 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. Oh my god. Fuck, man. God damn. Yeah, I just lost out on stats, really. Like, yeah, I lost out on stats and a long S. Man, 1174 speed of power. Yeah, I don't know how I beat that, honestly. Yeah, that's like that's a bunch of stamina. Yeah, I don't know how I beat that. I have no way. There's no way for me to beat that. I lost out on pure stats. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I lost out on pure stats. I can't beat that. There's just no way. There's absolutely no way for me to beat that. All right, let's see here. Marzensky as the number 2 front runner. Interesting. Very interesting. Gold Chip as the number 1. Ooh. Meanwhile, we're like 5, 8, and 9. And this round is rough for us. This round's super rough. These pairings are brutal. These pairings are super, super brutal, man.
先頭はマルゼンスキー単身で飛ばして行きます。先頭から大きく離されて2番手はメジロマックイーン、2馬身3馬身開いて6番ゴールドシップ外を回ります。8番
Marzensky currently rocketing out as the front runner, so is going to be the one leading the race overall. Will be interesting to see how that strategy goes for her. Meanwhile, our end closers are currently 6, 7, and 9, so not anything out of the ordinary overall. Obviously, would like them to be a little bit further up in order for less of a distance to travel, but should be pretty okay for the most part. Gold Chip currently in 6th place at the 2,000 meter mark and is following pretty decently behind these other pace chasers for the most part. He's actually able to get ahead of them and get out into 3rd place, actually. I'm hoping that she can kind of keep that, but it doesn't look like she's able to do that. It looks like she's going to be dropping back down to 3rd, which is actually a little unfortunate. I would have really preferred her to actually stay up there, but she has decided to not do that instead. But 6th place is still pretty decent. Anchors Away does end up activating, so with being in 6th place, Gold Chip still in a very, very good position to get ahead of these mirror matches and get into 4th place overall, following behind this other summer special week actually, and is catching up pretty steadily. 1,200 meters left. Slipstream does end up activating for Gold Chip to give her that little extra speed. She is right behind this Measuring McQueen in 3rd place, and we are just about to pass the 1,000 meter mark. If we can get a straightaway spurt, that will give us a decent amount of acceleration. We do end up getting there. Gold Chip is right behind 1st and 2nd place and is able to take over to 2nd. Will she be able to take over 1st? She does. Gold Chip currently in 1st place and is leading fairly decently, but you do see everyone else catching up to her. Gold Chip doesn't look like she is going to be able to hold on because the rest of the pack is catching up here from what it looks like. Oh yeah. And here they come. Gold Chip 1st place is going to be short-lived from what it looks like. Ignited Speed Power and Let's Swim So Iron does end up activating for our other 2 end closes, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Gold Chip just completely getting mobbed, as well as Mino Top Gun also just getting mobbed. And it looks like, unfortunately, we are going to lose out on the mirror match with this other Gold Chip just easily taking 1st. And unfortunately for us, this day is going to be a wash. We will not be able to get a win, or get 3 wins to get to Group A for today. Yeah. Dude, 1,200, 1,200. Yeah, 878. Ooh. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, Jesus. Fuck me, man. Yeah, I can't beat that. I just can't beat those stats. I probably should have won against this special. This special week, I probably should have won. 886 as a late surger? What was the minimum that I have written down for late surger? 1050. The minimum stat requirement that I have written down for late surgers is 1050. How the fuck am I losing to an 886 late surging stamina special week? How? Like, actually, how am I losing? What the fuck? That's insane. That's fucking crazy, man. God damn it, man. Fuck me. Yeah, I just don't get it. I just straight up don't get it. Even up mile straightaways. So, there's a right-handed trap? I just don't know. Alright, so this works. 1, 2. Let's say this works. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 skills. Standard is not gonna happen. I don't know. I don't understand. I just don't get it. Like, I just straight up don't get it. I do not understand. I want to look at. Did you have long S? No, you had long. You had an A. You have an S. Okay, I'm not surprised by that one. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Just straight up don't know. Unfortunate. All right. Well, we're not gonna make it to Group A for today, so we can just skip through these last 2 races because it doesn't matter. We're not gonna win enough. Thankfully, we've at least won a race, so we do still make it to Group B. Even if we don't make it to Group A, which is nice. Now we turn on. Now we fucking turn on. We take the top 3. Now we turn on. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Now we take the top 2. Now we fucking turn on, where it doesn't matter. Oh, okay. I fucking see how it is. I fucking see how it is. Now that we can't get 3 wins, now it's like, okay, we can win now. Now it's our time. God damn it. That's so messed up. That's messed up. My team actively working against me. sabotaging me.
4番人気は8番。
次スタート。好ダッシュを見せるのは8番ゴールドシップ。第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。
ウマ娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません。
勝負は最後の直線に持ち越された。
Dude,
残り
now we
最終
fucking
コーナー。
now we fucking are winning.
アグネステ
Like
ッド。
what the fuck? Oh, there's actually I think it's gonna be the
残り
winning
200。
here.
4番アグネステッ
Defeated
ド。
left,
苦しいけど
Agitaki
粘
on
ってい
first
る。
place, coming down the straight. My on top,
並
coming
び
in
に
from
出
the
てきた
outside.
のは
Able to actually overtake. Yeah. Now we fucking win. Okay. 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 All right, guys. What the fuck? What the fuck? God damn it. Guys, it's too late. It's too late now. We needed another win somewhere else. It's too late. God, I can't believe this. I can't believe this fucking travesty. I can't believe this is. I can't believe I was fucking plotted against. What the fuck? That's fucked up. That's so messed up. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this just happened to me. What the fuck? I'm upset. I'm upset. We won the last two. We won the last two races. Guys, we needed to win 3. We needed to win 3 of them. Alright, whatever. We have tomorrow, so we can try again tomorrow. It's fine. Alright, I'm gonna be right back and then switch to Dragon Age.